According to Google, some fans say Sung Jin-woo would win a battle against Gojo Satoru.
弱いもん
And according some fans and Instagram pages, Gojo is nothing in front of Sung Jin-woo. And they don't even have any clear answer. How can Sung Jin-woo can beat Gojo? But after reading solo leveling manhwa and hours of research, I got an answer. No doubt Sung Jin-woo is a powerful hunter who can level up his abilities, summon and command a large army of shadow soldiers, and even become a godlike being at the end of the story. He has superhuman strength, speed, durability, and senses, as well as various skills and items that enhance his combat prowess. Remember, Sung Jin-woo isn't invincible, and strategic weaknesses exist within his powerful arsenal. Jin-woo's weakness are: relies heavily on his shadow soldiers. Individual shadow soldiers vary in power. Limited hacks compared to some high-tier Jujutsu Kaisen characters. Vulnerable to large-scale AoE attacks. On the other hand, Gojo Satoru is a sorcerer who is regarded as the strongest. He possesses the Six Eyes and the Limitless, which grant him unparalleled perception and manipulation of space and time. He can create an infinite gap between himself and anything that tries to touch him, distort reality with his domain expansion,
領域展開無料空所
and unleash devastating attacks with his cursed techniques. And his weakness are: overconfident, playing with his opponents, and his Limitless and Six Eyes can be sealed or blocked by certain techniques or artifacts, such as the Prison Realm or the Inverted Spear of Heaven. The outcome of the fight would depend on many factors, such as the location, the distance, the motivation, and the knowledge of each other's abilities. Sung Jin-woo has a vast army of loyal shadow soldiers that he can summon and command at will. These soldiers range from low-level beasts to high-level monarchs, and they can overwhelm Gojo with their sheer numbers and variety. Sung Jin-woo can also use his Shadow Exchange skill to swap places with any of his soldiers, giving him an advantage in mobility and surprise attacks. Sung Jin-woo has the power of the Shadow Monarch, which grants him the ability to manipulate shadows, darkness, and death. He can use this power to create powerful weapons, barriers, and traps, as well as to absorb the life force of his enemies. He can also use his ruler's authority skill to dominate the will of any living being, making them his slaves or allies. But however it depends on opponents, Will Sung Jin-woo has a high level of intelligence, combat experience, and adaptability. He can analyze his opponent's strengths and weaknesses, and devise effective strategies to counter them. He can also learn new skills and abilities from his enemies, and use them to his advantage. He is not afraid to face any challenge, and he always strives to improve himself. However, some possible reasons why Sung Jin-woo could lose to Honored One are: Gojo's infinity could prevent Sung Jin-woo from ever reaching him or harming him, unless he knows how to bypass or counter Gojo's infinity. Gojo's domain expansion, Hollow Purple, creates a space where he can erase anything that exists within it. This technique is powerful enough to destroy a large portion of a city with a single blast. If Gojo uses this technique on Sung Jin-woo, he could potentially wipe out his entire shadow army and himself in one shot. And also Gojo's domain expansion, Infinite Void, could trap Sung Jin-woo in a state of sensory overload and render him helpless. Even with Jin-woo's high resistance, escaping this reality warping power could be tough. Gojo's speed and perception could surpass Sung Jin-woo's, making it hard for Sung Jin-woo to keep up or surprise him, unless Sung Jin-woo has a way to match or exceed them. Therefore, based on these factors, the answer is clear: Gojo would win against Sung Jin-woo in a fight. However, some people say it's not possible, and there may be other factors that I have not considered. But if you have a different opinion, then I respect your opinion and should also respect my opinion, because we all know Gojo will win.